What's up, guys? My name is Scott Holmes. I'm 22 years old and I've done about $1 million in sales in the last year. And today I wanted to talk about why I think that happiness as a goal, especially in conjunction with making a lot of money, is very stupid. If you talk to most people, I think they would tell you that their goal in life is to be happy. And this doesn't really make any sense. And I think a lot of people just say this because they've said it in the past and people have nodded and agreed. And as humans, we're gonna naturally go with the thing that the most people agree with. If you dive deeper into what this actually means, a lot of people talk about this in terms of having either financial security or oftentimes exorbitant wealth, meaning they're extremely rich and that is the thing that's gonna make them happy. If you've seen any amount of financial success in your career or as an entrepreneur, you probably already know that this is just false. You've already made the amount of money you said you would be happy making. This has been true for me, and it is true for every entrepreneur I've talked to. When I worked in the dining hall and I hated my job and I was making $500 to $1,000 a month, I thought I would be totally happy in college if I was making $2,000 a month. I thought that there was no reason why I would want to make any more. 2 years later, I made 5 times that in a month. I made $10,000 a month, and I still wanted more. The goalpost always moves. And so if you set your goal as being happy at some point in the future, when you make a certain amount of money, it won't work. You will 100% always want more. Your goal cannot be happiness, especially if it relates to money. Another issue I have with this is that if you say your goal in life is to be happy, it means you are not currently happy. And so you are just saying, I will be unhappy until I get to the thing that will make me happy, which oftentimes for business people, which is what this channel is for, means once I make this certain amount of money. I'll actually say, I think it's the complete opposite. I think you're honestly happier looking back on your life than you are right now. And what I mean by this is, if you look back 3 to 5 years, you probably think of those as the good old days. And a lot of big name founders like Alex Hormozi or like Ben Francis with Gymshark talk about how the early days when they were just starting were the good old days and that they had no worries and no problems then compared to now. And so that's complete opposite of saying I'm going to be happy, as in I'm going to be happy in the future, when you're actually probably have less problems right now than you will in 5 years. This is why looking to the future for happiness is a backwards, stupid way of thinking. I know this is something that a lot of people won't agree with, and if anyone sees this video, I'll probably get some hate for it, and that's totally okay. But I really think the actual answer to what you're looking for and what you're calling happiness is responsibility. One of the main principles in Dale Carnegie's famous book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, is that everybody craves importance. And I think this is what people call happiness. It's the feeling of being needed. That's what you want. It's not this feeling of being happiness that no one can actually define. You want a responsibility. And Jordan Peterson talks a lot about this. People jump out of bed in the morning, not because they just feel bubbly and overjoyed for no reason. They get out of bed in the morning because they have a purpose. They have coworkers counting on them. They have a business counting on them. They have customers counting on them. They have their family counting on them. And so try to look at life and figure out, how can I be responsible for stuff? How can I take on more responsibility? Not how can I be more happy, which can't even be defined by anything.